I'm your host, Alan Mwangi. And with me here today is the Secretary of the CRVC, OYiM.
Hi, I'm Enoch Obare.
Followed by a youth leader, Jared Masongo.
Hi, Masongo.
Can you please tell us what OYiM is, briefly?
OYiM. OYiM is big. OYiM is a lifestyle. OYiM is everything. OYiM is today. OYiM was yesterday. OYiM is tomorrow.
Okay.
That is OYiM. OYiM is a lifestyle.
1 year in mission.
Yes.
Yeah, for OYiM, we can't skip OYiM. We wake up OYiM, we eat OYiM, we drink OYiM, we travel OYiM. OYiM is a lifestyle that we cannot just forsake.
It was there before, it is here now, and it will
be
forever.
there. Sure.
Now, bring the biblical aspect of OYiM so that we can understand.
Our church, right now we are talking about mission, and we have city evangelism. So, and we have something called TMI, Total Member Involvement,
Yes.
whereby everybody is supposed to be involved.
Yeah.
So OYiM is a version where youths are involved.
Wow, nice.
Sure, when we talk about OYiM, is bringing everybody on board. Nobody is left out. Nobody will say that I'm too young to participate in OYiM. Nobody will ever say I'm too old to participate in OYiM. OYiM is going out and reaching out and bringing each and every person on board.
So OYiM is all about mission work, and it doesn't care your profession, where you are, your age. It doesn't care as long as you're doing the mission work for Christ.
In fact, Alan, OYiM does not discriminate.
Uh-huh.
Whether you are a craftsman or you are a specialist in any field.
Okay.
It only requires you to practically implement the Christ in you to the broader world.
Sure, because I remember when participating in OYiM, there reaches a point whereby we will have to incorporate some people who are not even Adventists. Like, I remember when we last went for a mission, we had a driver, and you can imagine a driver driving us from one point to the other. He himself,
That's also
knowingly, he did not know, but he was taking part in mission work. So he never was an Adventist, but he could help us climb, jump some hills that we could not participate. So OYiM cuts across all age and all gender.
How did it start?
Now, OYiM is there in the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
and we are told Paul and Barnabas were our first missionary.
Sure.
With the little space and the time that they got, you remember Paul and the Ethiopian eunuch?
Yeah.
When the chance and the opportunity was granted to him, when the Ethiopian eunuch just said, I need to be baptized, that was enough. So OYiM is about the little chance that I and you and my fellow youth get to minister about Christ, and you don't backtrack it. You don't set your foot back to rethink. You just grab the opportunity and talk about Christ in very many ways.
Now, the GC adopted OYiM. Is it understood in our local churches?
Yeah, we are bringing it down to the local church. We don't need a youth to understand all this to implement OYiM. But what we know, at our conference level, we have a youth leader.
Okay.
It has been launched here. It's now with us. Now, the only thing that we are required to do is to connect our local elders, our pastors, and the conference, so that they can understand this OYiM and how they can entangle these youths to come together and know how to spearhead this OYiM. By them doing so, they will be working from their local church, their community, and also to
And of
international.
course, we cannot just stand here to explain what OYiM is.
Yeah.
OYiM is all about our deeds. Yeah, I understand that most of our youths, most of our church elders, even our local pastors, are asking questions about OYiM. But I want to say that OYiM, we cannot just stand to define OYiM here. OYiM is all about our actions, our deeds, and each and every. In short, it's a lifestyle. It's all about us exposing our lifestyle, and OYiM takes place.
Do you get support from the church leadership?
Of course, for OYiM to succeed, church leadership has to step in. Why? Because we as youths, before we go out, our local church pastor, our conference pastor has to know that a team of youths are now going out for OYiM. There will be a time whereby we will need financial support from the church, we will need the material, we will need food from the church members. So at any given point, we cannot just keep the church. The church has to understand and give the maximum support for the youths to take part in OYiM?
It reminds me, one of the choir sang, Anza Jerusalem, begin at home.
Yeah.
So you can also say that you are a missionary, OYiM, while you've forgotten your local church. So the question that you're asking, Alan, is very relevant. It's very relevant to us. It's saying, me as Jared Masongo, if I come from Nakuru in my local church, have I participated in any way? Our people know that Jared is equipped or is talented in this manner, that he can spread the gospel through this manner? Because OYiM is broad. We are talking about spiritual, we are talking about leadership, we are talking about mission work. So that means if I know how to cook but I cannot preach, I can accompany my fellow members, cook, have snacks, share with them, with my street children, with my friends. You see that?
Nyimbo za Kristo inasema hata kama uwezi enda nchi za mbali, unaanza na huko kweli.
Unaanza
Na pia kama uwezi hiyo, unaweza toa pesa, unaweza
support
chakula,
wale
unaweza
wengine,
support
sure.
hiyo mission.
Yeah.
Now, what can you tell a youth outside there concerning OYiM?
Now, I don't know, I love summarizing OYiM. You as a youth, the only thing you're required to do is just emulate Christ in your day-to-day life. That is enough.
Sure. For that one youth outside there, the one challenge I want to tell you is, if you are not taking part in OYiM, you are simply saying you are not a Christian. Christians, I want to believe in the Bible, they were first called Christians not because on how they preached, but because of how they expressed themselves, how they conducted themselves, how they behaved outside there. That's when people were in a position to conclude that for sure these are Christians. So I want to challenge you, take part, be a volunteer, and take part in this great mission, 1 year in mission.
Christ is calling you. Are you ready? Are you ready to volunteer? Welcome as we take on this journey of 1 year in mission.
1 year in mission,
I volunteer.
1 year in mission, I volunteer.
With me here is a team of volunteers. As you can see, they are in the year t-shirts to show that they are volunteers in the mission of Christ, and they are going to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Lina Nanchama. I am a volunteer.
Peter Kitur, and I am a volunteer.
Michelle Batsheba, a volunteer.
We are going to talk about OYiM. We have leadership, mission, spiritual growth, or nurture. As a youth or as a volunteer in OYiM, what can you tell a youth outside there concerning leadership in OYiM?
All youths are encouraged to be leaders, and by that I mean wanaitwa waweze kuungana pamoja ili waweze kupeleka hii wito ama hii neno la mission in everywhere in this part of the country.
Thank you. Mission in OYiM, what can you say about mission?
I would like to encourage the youths that most of the time what tunashangaa, okay, so what tuna measure success with very different things, but I'd like to encourage them with this quote that your success as a youth does not depend upon your knowledge and accomplishments, as upon your ability to find your way to the heart. This is by being social and coming close to the people you care and love about, and also those people you do not know. You will readily turn the current of their thoughts than by the most able discourse you'll ever have with them. So youth, it's the little things we do, and it's our ability to mingle and coming close to the people. Then our mission work will be very simple and easy.
Okay. A very important factor, spiritual growth and nurture. What can you say about spiritual growth and nurture?
So, what I can tell the youth is that ipo kuomoka, by the way, but tuomoke mbinguni. That is the ultimate goal that we have. And you know, the amazing thing with sharing with people is that when you hear back their testimonies, there's hakuna joy hufurahisha ukisikia somebody that you ministered and now has given their life to Christ. And you know, the Bible says there is more joy in heaven over that one sinner who returns back to the fold of Christ. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. We are going to learn, we are going to have part 1 and part 2 of OYiM, and we are going to talk about the mission work, we are going to talk about the spiritual growth or nurture, and the leadership in 1 year in mission. Welcome and stay tuned. Do you have a theme?
This is our theme.
OYiM.
I volunteer.
I volunteer. Do you volunteer?